Yo, yo, yo. What's up? All right. I'm in the chat with the phone. Ready to go. Hopefully some people join. There's a couple people in here. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. So I got all the sun signs in this little, it's actually a candle, but there's no flame in there, so we're safe. I'm going to pull some sun signs. I'm going to roll this astro dice with the houses on it. And that's going to be sort of the direction the reading starts. So whatever sun sign, say the second house comes up, we're going to talk about some money, some self-worth, some value, some physical stuff, vices, and so on and so forth. So that'll be kind of like the main area. So instead of just it all being love or all being whatever, that kind of narrows it down for whatever sun sign gets whatever. And then I'm going to do my own little spread that I got. And yeah, so we're set up. I got a cool little setup for you. I got 2 cameras. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. So hopefully, a couple more people hop in. Got a few. I don't have like the biggest YouTube channel. So, we'll see how it goes. Might as well just jump in. If you want, share this video around so we can get some more people hanging out in here. I almost kind of looked. Hope you guys are all doing well. We got Sun-Uranus conjunction on Friday. Pluto just went retrograde. And then Monday we got the Sun square Saturn with Uranus right there in the mix. Like, woo! Some electric energy coming up this weekend and into Monday. Aries. Starting off with the Aries. That's fitting. Fitting to start off with the Aries. Aries, speaking of that second house, Sun Uranus in your second house, Venus, Mercury. Venus and Mercury are about to sextile off with Neptune. So, woo. Like, can dreams come true in this physical world for you? And you almost have to make a radical sort of change for your own personal value system and what you're connecting to in life. Because if you're connecting to what isn't the goodness right now, Uranus is going to show you. Anyways, let's see what's up. Oh, man, so the illumination card is going to be my first card. So it's basically like the sun, if you will. Oh, you know what? See, I'm so new to this. I forgot to roll this. So first episode, we're going to get through this. Oh, first house for the Aries. All right. So we're going to be talking about sort of your persona, your identity, ego. What's driving you right now? Like, what do you need to move towards? And get that death card illuminated. That's transformation. Wow, 2 major arcana to start off. And the devil card reversed would be our reflection or how you're feeling. So sort of sun and moon are what we build in this spread off of. So this is very interesting, Aries. Apparently you're letting go of an identity and stepping into maybe your full ego. You did just come out of Aries season. So interesting, that coming up now. And now we're in that second house with the sun there. Maybe you're rebirthing into what is the greatest value, what is, the most beautiful you. And how do you illuminate that? Well, maybe it's by letting go of something that you've been holding on to in the past about yourself. So, and you get the devil card reversed here. So, I mean, it's like you're feeling like you're ready to break through. This seems like a major breakthrough moment where the chains are kind of coming off. Things aren't going to be holding you back so much anymore. And it's definitely dealing with your identity and who you are. So I think really, Aries, you need to show your power right now and break through to whatever it is. It's not a time to be scared of any transformation or where you're going or change. It's time to go in that direction with power, with certainty. And I think that you do that, you're going to, break through. You're going to come off these chains, right? Because that devil card, there's always, ooh, look at that. There's always the chains. So we don't want to be held back from the chains any longer. Like, this is breakthrough energy and it's transformational energy coming through. So after those two come out, I break them down with a couple planetary energies. So it's very astrological tarot spread. All right, so now we're gonna roll to what's the mind going through? What's the Mercury? And you got the Knave of Wands, so the Page of Wands here. There's a lot. I feel like you're trying to quest here. You're trying to go out and figure out where the transformation's coming from, but you might be feeling a little lost mentally about maybe which direction this new transformation's taking place. I think you just need to go in a direction. Like, don't confuse yourself. Don't think about it too much, because maybe that'll make you feel like you don't want to go through the transformation, or you don't want to go through this sort of breakout that's trying to find you. What's going to make things feel better? The Eight of Swords. Yeah, you literally breaking free and stop holding yourself back. It's very mental. Like, I feel like you want to. Your body, your emotions, you're ready to break out, to transform. Whatever is, about yourself, right? We're talking first house here. It's like identity. So, the only thing holding you back from what you can really push forward with power in right now is literally your own mind entrapping yourself into some probably belief system. With the mind here, with Mercury and getting the Knave of Wands, like that always reminds me of like Mercury and like in Sag, like and having it reversed. Like all these sort of great ideas can come about, but at the same time, you're like too scared to just trust your intuition because you need some sort of analytical fact. Like, don't look for all the facts. Just go with what feels the best. Like, if you feel like you need to move in a direction right now, move there. It's like you're breaking the chain. Stop, holding yourself back mentally, keeping yourself in these chains. What is the action to take? The Knight of Wands. Are you scared to rush in and save the day for yourself? Don't be scared. I think that comes up with the Death card too. That's kind of illuminated. Like there's something like Aries aren't scared. Like, and we all get scared from time to time, but I think you just want to break out. Just break through. Don't be scared. There's always something beautiful that comes through after the Death card. Like, it might look scary at first, like the transformation's too much. Don't be scared of it. Go in with courage. Go in with passion. That you're going to rise up to be something better, something stronger. And I would say, as long as you keep, don't get, this is like the Venus card. The Eight of Swords here. Like, it'll feel better if you stop thinking so much and entrapping yourself in your own thought. Where's the abundance coming from? The Devil card again, but upright. The abundance comes from maybe you being the boss, too, of your own sort of physical world, and stop letting other things dictate your happiness. Maybe that's where this is going. It's like you need to just step into your identity fully. Because actually, if you get down to business and get down to like some cold hard truth of like where you can take this and where you can take this transformation, maybe that's where the luck's at, and it would be like a Jupiter in Capricorn in many ways, which is fall, but it's like you put that work in, it blows up. So there's amazing things that can come, but at the same time, you need to break out, but then kind of lock yourself down with what's most important, what's going to be the best for you. Like, think about yourself right now, not so much other people. And maybe that's what it is too, like thinking about other people or worrying what other people are going to think about you, when like you need to define for yourself right now, whatever this transformation is. And what would be the karma around all this? The Four of Pentacles upright. Well, I mean, this guy's pretty greedy looking. Like, what are we really holding on to? Sometimes with the Four of Pentacles, it's like you just need to let go. So maybe there's some old baggage that is really part of the transformation. Like, you let go of it, and you might step into a whole bunch of inner authority and inner power that's going to release the mind. Let's see overall. The 11th house of friends. Well, maybe it's friends that are actually keeping you sort of locked up and trapped. That kind of comes up too. It's like if friends want you to be a certain way, maybe they're not so much the friends. Like, if friends aren't supporting your transformation and you innovating your own self, your own life right now, well, I'll be honest, that's not really a friendly thing to do. So pay attention to who your friends are. Pay attention, Make sure that they're here for the long-term transformation and just not for whatever they thought you were coming into the friendship, because we all evolve and that's part of life, and we don't want to lock ourselves down from evolution and transformation of sort of the most powerful, being that we could be within ourselves. And I think that's very important. So that's that. You know what I forgot to do? See, I'm raw at this. I'm raw. But I made these. So that's what I should have done. Was throw the Aries down there. So, Aries. It's time to really channel that Aries energy within you. Go through whatever transformation you feel like's coming up right now. Maybe this full moon that just happened in your 8th house is really all about the transformation. You think about that. We got that Death card, which is the Scorpio card. What got brought up for you, Aries? Some hidden deep truth shit about what needs to be transformed and let go of? Don't let friends stop you from what you know is the best right now. You have this so much in your 2nd and 8th house. Like, it's so much about your soul capital. Christopher Witecki always says that, and I love that line. The soul capital. Like, invest in yourself right now. I would say that would help a bunch. Hopefully. All right, what's this chat look like? My new cameras do look good. Thank you, Purple Fairy. I'm pretty stoked, especially on this one. It's a Sony A61 with a Sigma 16mm. God. And I can take really good astrophotography shots with it, so I'm looking forward to that too. Hoped Aries was first. Yeah, you lucked out. Yeah, that was Aries. Hi, Nuri. Thank you for joining. Stoked. Well, I'm glad 10 of you are in here. It was a good time. Let's see who's next. Gemini. Autofocus. Gemini. Gemini's going through quite the 12th house transit right now. A lot going on. You know why Gemini has a Taurus 12th house, right? It's because they're always moving so fast, always going nonstop. So many things, so many thoughts, all this, all that, talking. They got to take a time to slow down. One of the Gemini's biggest subconscious fears is just stopping the mind, slowing down, smelling the roses, and seeing what's beautiful without overanalyzing it. So Gemini, slow down. See all the beauty in life right now. What are we talking about for you, Gemini? 8th house. Ooh. You got Pluto in your 8th house. Just went retrograde. All right. Do a shuffle on these. We'll use the golden tarot for the Gemini. I shuffled all these before, but I'll put another shuffle in them on camera just so you guys know I'm not cheating. All right, what'd you get for the sun, the illumination? The Fool. Oh my goodness. All right. So it's definitely there's transformative energy, but there's also sexual energy with the 8th house, and there's merger energy. So, what's this about? I think it's about maybe you coming into the ultimate soul investment, and I think that maybe you feel, it's feeling very new, right? And it could be new because the transformation is a new energy. It's when old things come to an end and new things come out. Well, what's up? Why don't go at it with, don't be scared of the transformation. I think you just need to kind of be fearless and, what's going to come? What's this journey like? The dog's always there in the Fool card because that really is the guides. So you always have the guides with you on the journey. Don't worry if you feel life is just all over the place right now, which it usually is for you, Gemini. Let's be real. But it's a good time to it's also 0, which I correlate with Pluto. So 8th house, Pluto. This is, a lot of inner power and soul power that, you have to trust within yourself so that you're not scared, you're not fearful, but you're going to come out on top. And maybe it's just new things are starting. How do you feel about these new things? The Five of Swords. Well, you're probably feeling like, I don't know, maybe like you're on your own. Maybe like you had to kind of fight for whatever the transformation is, or whatever, this sort of soul investment is. Why are you feeling that way? What are you thinking? Oh, wow, the Star card reversed under the Fool. Well, again, this is like a very vulnerable place for you in this 8th house, in this transformation place. You still have all the guidance, but it's, at a certain point when you start thinking too much analytically about the stars or about your guides coming through or about the universe, it gets really hard to comprehend all that stuff. And there's something about just kind of having that trust with both of these cards that whatever comes is going to come. And we got to remember the Star card comes after the Tower. So there's already been the transformation in this 8th house area for you. So it's like, just don't be scared to trust that you're going to go in the right place. Be vulnerable to it. And don't, I think you're fighting your own emotions about the situation, and it's more mental again. There's a lot of mental stuff going on. It was like that with Aries too. Gemini, don't think so much about the journey. It's a long one, and this is a transformative time that we're going through right now. You got the Sun Uranus in your 12th house too. Like, this is really a spiritual, blast off into the unknown in a lot of ways, and I think these cards are really showing that. And that's part of the transformation. That's part of the rebirth. It's almost like a spiritual rebirth for you right now. What's going to make you feel better? The Ace of Wands in reverse. Well, maybe you don't have to start everything over. Maybe it's just starting over the things that don't bring you what you're looking for anymore, or the things that you've been fighting. Maybe that would just make you feel good. Like, keep going with certain aspects. Maybe it doesn't have to be a full reset here. Maybe you're just getting rid of some of the shit that was keeping you fucking all tied up in bullshit. Try that. We're gonna look at that Mars. Knight of Coins. So this is this is your action card, and you got the Knight of Coins reverse. So again, this is almost like in some way scared to have the best, to have the ultimate investment, the ultimate payout. Like, the Knight of Coins wants to go in, save the day for the best reality, the best, physical manifestation that it can get possible. So reversed, it's like, don't stop yourself from that. Don't hold yourself back. Like, you have guides all over in these 3 dogs. Like, Gemini, I feel like you're so divinely guided and protected right now in this 12th house transit that you're going through. But it's like that full moon in your 6th house. Well, it's like lighting up the reality for you too. And it's like, are you willing to make the changes to have something better? Like, don't shy away from what the better investment is in your physical world either. And just trust where you're being guided to go. And if you have to drop something, and don't, you don't have to start. It's not like a full reset, I don't think. This is like a mid reset. Like, what are the little things you can change that are going to stop, like, just bothering you mentally, and to trust in that. Where's the gift? 6 of Swords reversed. Yeah, apparently you don't have to go looking that far. Like, it's really going to be more within you. Like, you don't have to go traverse to the other side of the fucking world to go see where the gift is right now. I think you just have to, like, calm the mind down, like, tap into your spiritual truth, because it's that hidden truth that's going to guide you right now. And it's almost like you could be looking for all the answers outside of you, but you're coming up empty when they're just right. They're right here. You don't have to go anywhere to get them. And some karma. 3 of Wands upright. So I think Gemini wants to go on an adventure. Gemini wants to gather. Gemini, you have the North Node in your 1st house, and you have the South Node in your 7th house. So the South Node in your opposite sign. And you're just dying to go on some trip, aren't you? When you should be all about your environment and what you can do sort of locally right now. Don't stress that you can't go out and explore right now. Like, there's a reason that you're spending more time with yourself, with your guides, to have a better reality and to kind of like ditch something that's been fucking around in your mind that's been holding you back. So you want to like get down and understand why you're trying to take some sort of unnecessary trip in life. Like, you think there's some false gift when the gift is just within you right now. And, you know, look out at what can be, but don't stress if it's not time to go out and get that at this very moment. You know, Gemini. I'm hanging out with a Gemini Saturday night. We're going to go shoot some stars. I'm excited. 6th house. Yeah, I mentioned that full moon there. So there's something about, you know, really getting down to what you want this world to be for you. And if you need to switch things up to have the reality you want, do it. If the routines aren't good, if your health isn't good, if those are the things that are mentally holding you back, fix those within yourself right now. I think you need to clean up your reality instead of looking to just peace out for what you think is the ultimate transformation. The ultimate transformation is within you, and you got to trust all the guidance that you're getting spiritually. That'll help so much. I love you, Gemini. I hope something, you know, I hope this transformation goes good for you. It's a lot going on in that 12th house. It's a heavy one. So it will pass. Pisces had like the worst 12th house transit I've probably ever seen when we had all those planets in Aquarius beginning of the year. So if they can handle it, you know, they are your 10th house. So if they can handle it, those slippery Pisces, you can handle it too. Oh, man. Yeah, hit the like button, please. All right. Well, I'm just going to keep going. Keep going. Who's next? Taurus. All right, Bulls. Happy birthday to the Taurus suns out there. It is birthday season for the Bulls. So full moon just happened in your 7th house. Got the 5th house here. So since it is your season, I'm gonna use this pretty deck for the Tauruses. And I need to switch this. So it's a one-man production here, and I'm trying to get used to it. I don't live stream very much, so I usually just record horoscopes. All right, that 5th house. That's a nice way to start. So we're talking about what you enjoy, Taurus. It's your birthday season. Like, you better be doing some fun stuff. You better be having a good time. You better be living it up in whatever pasture makes you feel the best. It was my friend Rochelle's birthday yesterday. She'll never watch this, but shout out to Rochelle. And if you're into like makeup and thrifting, she has a YouTube channel. It is called Looks by Rochelle. And I think she has a thrift one too, but I can't remember that. But anyway, shout out to her. And then my dad, well, my stepdad, but more my dad than my dad. He is having his birthday May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So got some Taurus birthdays. Taurus birthday shout outs. All right. What are we illuminating, Taurus? 7 of Swords. Oh, I gotta turn this off, sorry. Pardon the interruption. All right. Wow, 7 of Swords reversed in the 5th house. Well, I think something's being revealed that maybe was holding you back from having a good time, that was maybe holding you back from the joy and the love in life that you can feel. Gosh, the 7 of Swords is like one of my least favorite cards, but reversed it's a little better. Instead of it being so shady and there being some sort of lies, I think that, you know, some sort of truth was revealed that's actually going to make your heart happy. So focus on what the truth was instead of like maybe what the lie was before the truth. Like, you know, if you just focus on what made you upset, that's probably not going to illuminate some sort of happiness and joy, or, something that'll make your heart happy. What's the reflection? The feelings on the matter is the Seven of Pentacles upright. So I think you are looking for, I guess, some work to pay off and bring some sort of fun. Like maybe you've been working really hard, and maybe you've been feeling lied to because you've been working so hard and haven't been getting sort of the payout, like, of the excitement that maybe you were looking for, or maybe you haven't been able to express yourself fully because you've been sort of working so hard that it's had you almost lying to yourself about what fun was. Maybe you need to step out of the 10th house and step into your 5th house here. Stop working. Sometimes you got to take a step back. Maybe there's too much work, and maybe that was the lies that, if you just work nonstop, that you're gonna get the goods when, maybe, I would say with this being your feeling card, like, it doesn't really feel good when you're just looking at all that work. Like, it could if you really, really enjoy what you're doing, but I'll be honest, like, that's not really usually the 5th house sort of energy here. What's up with the mind? 2 of Wands. So, yeah, I think you're deciding between work or play. Like, there's definitely a decision to be made. It's almost like, I really don't want to go to work today. Gosh, work would be so lame today. Can I just sit around here and, like, do what I want? Maybe you should do what you want. Maybe you should. Maybe that would give you some more, I don't know, just love of, like, what's going on in your life right now, instead of feeling like you're just living maybe all these lies that you have to just work nonstop. Sorry, Taurus, it's your birthday month. Have some fun and enjoyment. Stop weighing out, like, if you should listen to your heart, or listen to, I don't know, some kind of shady mind. What'll make things feel better? 8 of Swords. Get the 8 of Swords again. Yeah, stop entrapping yourself in the feeling that either what you're doing is necessary to just be a human or exist in your heart, when, maybe maybe that's all you actually have to do is just enjoy and be a human. Like, there's so many responsibilities in this world. Like, don't get me wrong, we all have to deal with that, but, like, you gotta kind of release some sort of stress, and so that you can have something good. Because, like, we're talking about the 5th house here, and these are not, like, the most amazing cards to get with the 5th house, I'll be honest. Like, when we're talking about the heart and, like, your love right now, like, you're really, like, holding yourself back by either putting in too much work, worrying about some shit that, maybe caused some strife in your life earlier. How do you get out of this? What's the action? Oh, the 8 of Wands reversed. Well, I guess you're not going to be moving too fast out of it, even though maybe that's the trick, is to, like, channel some, like, really fast energy to move in a direction that your heart wants. But it's like, that's kind of a block right now, is, like, actually going for what the heart desires. It's like the 8 arrows of love, right? I think you need to have that inner child come out. Like, we can get stuck in adult world too much, So Taurus, try and break out. Do what's fun. Do what brings you really the goodness that you're looking for. The gift is the Lovers. Oh man, talk about just the ultimate. Like, it is a lot to do with love. This is 5th house energy to the fullest. Like, you have to do what makes your heart happy. I think that, relationships get brought up too. We didn't mention that. These weren't very relationship-y cards, but this one coming out, like, fall back on the people that have your back. On if you're entrapping yourself in just maybe work, maybe you're missing out on the connections in life that will actually open you up to some good times. Like, maybe you need to go hang out with the person you do love. Hang out with your person. Put down whatever the work is right now. Get off the Zoom meetings, whatever, whatever. Like maybe it's time to go just focus on the love fully, because that's where the gift is. And all the other shit is just some weird block. And the karma. 3 of Wands reversed. Yeah. The love's just within you. It's closer than you think. I don't think you have to go out on some, gnarly quest of what's out there. It's the second time we've gotten that card in this karma spot, this sort of Saturn spot. So there's blocks in a sense too around, I would say going out after what the heart wants and where the love's at. That's what this reading's telling me, is that whatever you're doing, Taurus, right, you're not doing what your heart wants. You're totally like, you're missing out on the goodness of your birthday, season. For what? For what? What is it? I don't know if I shuffled this. I'll just cut it. What is the reason? A lunar eclipse. Yeah, change, right? So this is major subconscious, change. This is almost like a sort of rebirth of what is fun and what is the love in your life. And you have to make the change. And I think it's definitely a spiritual. I love that there's a 4 and a 3 on this card, because that makes a 7. So it's introspective. Like, you need to connect to, for one, yourself. Like, it's all about, Taurus got to find that self-love, especially in Taurus season. So maybe it's not so much about relationships, but it's about that ultimate relationship to yourself and making the change to do that. Because it's like, again, the karma would be looking outside of yourself right now, looking out into the distance of where you can fix things or make things better. And it's like you're doing all this physical shit and overthinking, when really you just need to get to the bottom of what your heart wants and make those changes. And it'll make you feel a lot better too. So jeez. Oh man, I wonder if anybody's still watching this show. Oh, we got 11 people in the house. That's what's up. Oh, for sure. What's up, Raven? Rico, brother, you did not miss Capricorn. We got Capricorn coming. Taurus is all tied up in details. Yeah, dude. Aries and Gemini, yep. Awesome. I'm glad we got some people in the house. Good times. For a second, I was like, because last time I looked, there was like only 4 people in here. I was like, I'm going to finish this reading for Taurus and just nobody's going to be here. But that's all right. I'm going to start doing this at least every other week. So hopefully like around new moons and full moons, I'm going to start putting these out more. So good times. All right. What do we got? Cancer. I love my Cancers. I do love my opposite signs. My Crabbies. What are we looking at for you, Crabbies? Oh, look at you getting that 5th house too. All right. Cancer. What deck do I want to use for Cancer? I feel like Cancer needs something. We're going to use this Celestial Tarot for the Cancers. Well, Cancer's just had a full moon in their 5th house. Sun Uranus in their 11th. Square Saturn in the 8th. Coming up. Venus and Mercury in the 11th. Sextile Neptune in the 9th house. Mars in your sign. So there's some good stuff going on right now for Cancers, I would say. Got that 5th house, and that full moon was just there, so that's a nice synchronicity. All right, what's being illuminated for you, Cancers? Ace of Swords. Woo! All right, so I think you're gonna pierce through something amazing. It seems like that's what's up, and it's gonna be of the heart. So your mind and your heart right now are about to pierce the veil for something good, for something of like, it's new, it's exciting. It's gonna bring, it's got it's that Venus and Libra on this card, which is interesting for the swords. So that's what's up. So Venus Libra energy on this Ace of Swords, like you're piercing through to like find what the greatest beauty is right now that the heart wants, and really where the value is that the heart wants, and piercing into that's going to be crucial for your own self empowerment and love and direction that you're trying to move. What's the reflection or the emotion? The Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands reversed. So, I guess you're feeling kind of spread out, kind of, I don't know. This is the Summer card reversed. You kick off summer, Cancer. I think you want to come into that sort of like vibrant feeling about yourself. Don't just weigh things out too. That Libra is kind of sticking out to me. Don't weigh out too many things from your heart right now and like spread out your energy too thin. Like put your energy and your love into that direction, like kind of that direction. That's where that sword's pointing. So there's a direction in life that's going to give you sort of the greatest love payout right now. And I think you're feeling a little lost of like where to put that love and that energy. What's up with the mind? Queen of Wands reversed. Well, I guess mentally, maybe you're too worried about other people with, Mercury even being in your 11th house right now. Maybe you're too worried about what other people are thinking. When it's like really, you just need to follow your own heart and stop, kind of letting other people maybe dictate what's exciting to you or where the love story's going, or your inner child. Like it seems like the direction is actually, it's so funny, they're both, that sword's pointing down to this card, like really, like you need to mentally understand what your heart wants and hold on to that energy and find the courage, like 100 right now, and go into that. A lot of 5th house energy, like that was what that full moon brought up big time for you too. So it's like I know you have Pluto that just went retrograde in your 7th house too, which is bringing up other people a lot, and the 11th house transit. Like there's a lot about other people in your life, Cancer, but you got to make sure that you're nurturing and taking care of like your own heart right now. What's going to make this feel better? The Star card upright. My Venus is in Aquarius. Well, looks like you need to trust. You just need to go. Just trust that there's the higher guidance. There's the universe is literally going to pour you all the plenty, all the bounty that you could ask for. This is a really cool Star card. Like, just get into that channel. Get into the knowing that everything is going to work out. And go where your heart is feeling. Like, that is also going to make things feel better. Like, I think you just need to release sort of the blocks of what other people think is a good time right now, and really step into what your heart desires. Go hop into that flow. Whatever you feel guided to do that brings you fun and excitement and enjoyment, that's going to make you feel better. Like, you don't have to spread out, your love for everybody right now. Nurture and take care of yourself. Take care of people, but don't forget about number one, and that's you. What are you taking action for right now? The moon reversed. Looks like it's upright, but it's not. Well, you got your planet up here reversed with a Mars in your 1st house of Cancer. Interesting. Yeah, it just seems like the intuition is everything right now. And if you're going to get in some weird subconscious block of like what's going to feel good and just going in that direction and knowing that, maybe something happened that was wild that put you on the path that you're on right now, but like whatever it was, like don't give up on what your heart wants. Don't hold yourself back because of some sort of like subconscious fear. Like you got to act on your emotions, but you got to act on the emotions that are going to empower you right now. What's the gift for all this? 9 of Pentacles. See, look at that. If you just step into your heart and stop giving everything away and worry about what makes you feel good, worry about what you know, is really like of your heart's truth and your heart's happiness, you're going to get the ultimate goodness. Like you're going to see all the hard work pay off, all that good stuff. And why shouldn't you reap the rewards of the benefit? Like, you know, it's like the harvest is done and here's the goodness, here's all the work, and it's beautiful and it's amazing and it's going to bring comfort. But I feel like you have to be in your heart to get the goodness. Like if you want the ultimate, which is what that Knight of Pentacles is, it's like really the ultimate feel-good energy of all the stuff you can manifest. I think you have to get out of some subconscious blocks about not doing what makes your heart feel good. And like some people don't want to hear that. Some people just want to grind about, you know, whatever they think they have to do. I don't think that's going to make you feel good right now, Cancer. What's the karma? The Hierophant. I think beliefs are changing maybe, you know, I think you need to maybe get down to business, get down to like seriousness too about, you know, what is stable in your life right now and what isn't. And if you're just doing things because maybe it's bringing some sort of stability or reliability into your life right now, but it's not part of like something bigger, something better, or something that your heart really wants to hold on to. If you're not listening to your heart and you're just holding on to some, whatever, a belief or a story that you have to do something right now, that's what's karmically holding you back and blocking you from really like the goodness of the new adventure that's about to take place. And are you willing to get in that stream and that flow of consciousness that's trying to go in that direction, that's going to actually give you the ultimate payout? So shuffle this guy. Come on, Cancer. Don't hold yourself back. Do what your heart wants. And you know, if you got to change up something, change it up. 9th house of faith. Yeah. Yeah. You kind of just have to have some faith. It'll actually make you feel better if you just have faith that if you do something new. Because I think that really the illumination, right, was piercing into the direction that your heart wants to go in and understanding it. Not, you know, messing around with other people trying to take your fire, like trying to take your feel-good energy, but you still have to have some faith. You just have to kind of go. Like the universe, that's actually, you know, the star card too coming out, and like the feel-good energy. Like you got to explore what your heart wants right now, Cancer. That's going to make everything better. So, I hope you do. Oh yeah, my evil eye. Yeah, I got that evil eye up there. Odin's eye. Got to keep the space protected. I got a lot of crystals and stuff. Some are on the table, and you know, I keep the space here. Try to keep it flowing with goodness. I just redid my whole crystal grid too for the astrological new year, so like all over, like my room's gridded, like I went all out and like moved everything, cleaned them, like got some fresh energy coming in for that. All right, let's go on. Let's see who's next. Gosh, it's the last two readings is like Cancer and Taurus don't want to step into like the love fully. They're too worried about other people. I just broke up with a Cancer. She was a great person. I really admire her, but we didn't work out. It's very opposite. She's a Cancer sun. I'm a Capricorn. She's a Libra rising. I'm an Aries rising. She's great though. But all right, who's next? Oh, whoa, whoa. Come on. Capricorn. Yo, Rico, I hope you're still in the building. Damn, Rico, we're going to kick it tomorrow night, too. I almost thought it was tonight, but we got a little date, me and Rico, tomorrow for a little bro hangout. Looking forward to it. Capricorn. Hopefully Rico's in the chat getting all stoked on the Cappies. It's so funny watching the lag. I'm so not used to live streaming, and it's like so far back there. All right, Cappies. What are we talking about? Ooh, Caps are talking about that 11th house. Boom. There is some breakthrough energy. No doubt about that, Cappies. This isn't a 5th house transit for you. So you gotta go into that fully, and you had a full moon in that 11th house. So Pluto retrograde in your 1st house. Saturn square Uranus and the Sun from your 2nd house to your 5th house. What are we going to use for the Cappies? I'm going to use my favorite deck. Use my favorite deck for the Cappies. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's do this. See illumination, Cappies. 4 of Wands reversed. Oh, that was the 11th. All right, so we're looking at like some friends right now. We're looking at groups. We're looking at your innovation. More importantly, we're looking at your individuality. People forget that the 11th house is about innovation, and you don't just innovate by doing what everybody else does, Capricorn. So I want to state that first. Like, you innovate right now by being true to yourself, raising that frequency up, and connecting with energy that's trying to go in that innovative state as well. And you did just have the full moon in that 11th house, so there's definitely illumination going on there. So I mean, let's talk about what's going on with people, what's going on with yourself, and are you moving to a higher level right now, or are you kind of playing it safe? What do you need to disconnect from too, and connect to? And you got that 4 of Wands. I feel like you're feeling maybe homesick. Maybe there's Capricorns out there that are feeling like they're not at home right now, or feeling like maybe they're putting too much energy into other people in life, and that's making them not feel like they're celebrating much right now. When, you know, I'll be honest, Capricorns have so much going on in the 5th house. Like, man, all that Taurus energy with Uranus and the Sun meeting up, like, you should be celebrating you and your power, your heart, and how you're gonna express it 100. Don't let other people take your shine away when you're trying to illuminate. Illuminate for people, but make sure you're illuminating for yourself. What's the reflection? The Hangman reversed. Well, I guess to actually, you know, there's been enough reflection in many ways with that card coming out reversed, and it's time to kind of, maybe you've looked at enough different scenarios emotionally, or felt enough different scenarios of sort of where things need to go to innovate in your life right now, or, you know, maybe where things are going with people in your life right now, that you just need to go and like get out of the tree, stop hanging around looking at different angles, like go express how you're feeling, go, you know, go show where your heart's at. And that's the best way to connect, is to just be honest and vulnerable with your heart. And, you know, maybe that's where the emotions need to come from. Where's the mind at? Queen of Pentacles reversed. All reverse cards, Cappies. So the mind's not feeling like it's in full ownership of the reality right now. And maybe that's just because you've been looking at so many different perspectives that you're not honed in on like the reality that you can have, and you're maybe focused on what was, or maybe what the home life's like. It's kind of, you gotta break out. This is breakout energy too, the 11th house. I think you got to break out of feeling down. It's time to really step into the heart and innovate from that innovate from that place. Like Sun Uranus meeting up in your 5th house. Your heart, if you're in your heart right now, you're going to get accelerated towards the greatness. And, don't block yourself mentally from all the amazing goodness you can have. That would be a shame. What's the feel good energy of Venus? 10 of Wands coming through. All right, so it's time to drop the load maybe. Like that would feel good. Maybe you've been carrying too much weight, Capricorn. And that's been, having you look at different perspectives because you're like, wow, this life is heavy. This life is heavy and I don't feel like maybe I'm at home right now or I'm just searching. We finally got this card upright, and thank God it was with Venus too, because that's actually bringing out the softer side of this 10 of Wands. So you want to connect to in an energy that is the ultimate connection, that isn't making you feel like you're carrying everybody's dead weight. Focus on what you need to carry for yourself, and maybe drop the stories that everything else needs to be taken care of by you too, because that's not going to give you the ultimate. Where's the action at? You got Mars in your 7th house. So it's a judgment reversed. Well, I don't know, Capricorn. It seems like there's a major trumpet sounding for you, but I guess you don't want to listen or act on it. I feel like there's paralyzed energy right now, and it shouldn't be that way. So it's all about the breakthrough. So if you feel like nothing's connecting or nothing's syncing up, or you're feeling like you're not getting the call 100 right now, you got to tune into that frequency and drop the shit that's taking you out of it so that you can listen and rise up. I mean, this is the God is calling, and it's look at that girl. She's literally ascending. Rising up. You can rise up too, Cap. You got this reversed. Whoops. You got this reversed, but it's if you just tune in to that frequency, which is very 11th house Uranus, you'll drop a lot of unnecessary shit that's making you look in a bunch of weird places that aren't giving you the best right now. What's the benefit? Wow, look at that. The star reversed is the Jupiter card. Again, it's almost like you need to listen to the guidance, listen to where the stars and divine are trying to take you. Get in that vulnerable space. And sometimes it's I think that's where this card's coming in big, is you're holding on to some shit that isn't worth connecting to, that's actually blocking you from the major gift and the major message from the divine right now, that's really where the action should be at. And that might be a hard one to hear. It's not the easiest one for me to hear, but what's the karma? The High Priestess reversed. Oh my God. We're literally, Capricorn, this is a rough one because look, we got the North Node in Gemini in our 6th house, and we got the South Node in our 12th house. We need to focus on the real world right now, but we need to focus on how we can purify it and also bring that spiritual truth into play. And I would say that this High Priestess reverse too is it can't just be all spiritual. There has to be some sort of reality to it, but we also have to really tune in to both worlds. There's certain shit that we actually have to really be the boss of right now, Caps. We got to boss up, own it, and see both sides, see both worlds, and listen to the spiritual side and act on it in the physical world. It can't just be listening to it in our spiritual world, but not acting on it in reality. It has to come into play. And I think that that's a big boundary that we need to set for Capricorns, is if you're going to innovate and push forward and break through, you have to trust your intuition, but put it into real world, put it into action. Boom, boom. All right, Caps. What we got here? Void off course moon missing. Yeah, I don't know. It's a rough one. It does kind of feel like there's a miss going on. Mm, Like you need to be in your heart. You need to have the right connections, but it's like you have to figure out a way to not miss on the biggest call, on the most innovative call right now, which is the focus of this whole reading, was sort of like what needs to be connected to and where things are progressing. Why'd we get that? 5 of Wands. I guess, kind of feels like there's some tension, like there's some... It seems like people... I think people are kind of part of the thing. Like, we can't just give everything to everybody, Capricorn. We got to make sure that we're coming back to our heart and innovating for ourselves and not missing out on our own needs. Capricorn. Don't be playing around with your own needs, your own heart. Don't do it. Oh, what's going on up in here? Oh, Ariana's still in the mix. Not dropping the load. I know you be doing a lot, Ariana. You were busy. Love my Cap fam up in here. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. All right, who's next? Unfiltered Tarot, brought to you live by Yerba Mate. Nobody pays me. Some people pay me. All right, what do we got here? Sagittarius. Focus. I gotta make sure that I don't cover it all up. Boo! Like my Band-Aid. I was helping my stepdad rip up floor today. My mom and stepdad are getting new hardwood floor, and their old hardwood had to go. So, of course, who rips it up? The fucking Capricorn. I'm a good son like that. All right, Saggy. Wow, Saggies. You just had a full moon in your 12th house. Taurus, all that Taurus energy over there in that 6th house. So there's this sort of there's a lot of pull right now between the divine, the real world, what changes need to be made, health. Sagittarius need to pay attention to their health right now. Make sure they're taking care of it. All right, 9th house, Sagittarius. Got a very good house for you, I would say. Let's do the Cosmic Tarot for the Saggies. Saggies are cosmic. They do have the galactic center running through their sign. It's a pretty high frequency, high vibration running through their sign. All right, let's go. What's being illuminated for the Saggies? Oh, woo. It's time to really take control and ownership of your life and your beliefs and where you're going and what you want to create. And I think you want to really be the master too of your intuition and your sort of your spiritual gifts. I think that Sagittarius right now, if they can tune into that, like, that would be pretty amazing. They do have the South Node in their sign right now, so that's kind of, it's kind of rough energy. I think they need to get back sort of on the high horse and not feel like they're getting beat down or getting sort of beat up. Like, this is a time to, I would say, like, spread out to like all the feel good energy and, really get into your creation manifestation place of like knowing your worth 100 and expanding and, growing on that. The feelings, Queen of Swords reversed. Well, maybe you don't have it all figured out, actually, Sagittarius. Maybe all the dots aren't connected, and that's okay. Don't feel lost because you don't have every truth figured out. I think that it's still a good time with that North Node in your opposite sign. Like, look around at some new information. Take it in. Like, if you need to change a belief, change a belief. Like, I don't think you need to just be so set in stone on what you're thinking. Just be open to manifesting what comes up. And I think that with that ninth house, like, it can come in just naturally through your intuition. So trust that. Don't just maybe focus or hold on to one thought that makes you feel good. Like, see what comes in. Maybe all of a sudden you step into a different direction that you didn't see coming and connect dots over there. And all of a sudden you're like, wow, that does bring me a lot of feel good energy. Where's the mind at? Ooh, the Empress reverse. So I guess mentally it's like, kind of feeling like nurtured and taken care of and like all the goodness of the physical world, but not at the same time because it's reversed, and feeling like, oh gosh, if I don't have it all figured out, I'm not going to feel comfortable, or I can't, take in the beauty. And it's like, really, you're in this place of like such a strong place to manifest and make things happen. I think that, with such a big sixth house transit, like, you just have to make changes too to like what the best is for you, and come back into what makes, your body feel good. Listen to your body. Maybe don't listen to your mind, listen to your body. Speaking of the feel good energy, the Venus energy would be the Six of Swords. So, a very interesting Six of Swords. Usually it's traveling, but this guy's like really solidly balanced. So I think there's something about mentally finding that balance and bringing that feel good energy in, and sort of this balance between, I would say, with the full moon in the 12th, it's a balance between sort of your intuitive mind and your analytical mind. Sagittarius usually has a little bit more of an intuitive mind, depending on other things, but usually they're a little more free flowing. I think you need to balance things out and like figure out where the intuition's guiding you to create, but also what is like analytically making sense, what is, factual and real, and balance and focus on maybe, narrowing things down. And maybe it's just not narrowing it down to what you thought it was going to look like, but it's kind of like trusting what the body wants too. Like, if the body isn't into it, if the heart's not into it, maybe that's not where the expansion is, and that's not where the master manifestation abilities is going to come from. How do you act to maybe get to the master manifestation abilities? Eight of Pentacles reversed. I mean, I guess, that's usually the mastering your craft card, and it's reversed. Like, I guess, it's about just keeping the routines going too. I think if you want to manifest the greatness, you got to stick to something that brings you some sort of beauty, balance, and harmony, and maybe takes you to an amazing place just within yourself, so that you can expand and grow, and at the same time, something that you're willing to put the daily grind in to get the payout at the end. But if you don't feel like it's worth it, or you don't feel like you want to do it every day, then I don't think, I think that's something that is actually maybe blocking you. Jupiter, where's the abundance? The Three of Cups in reverse. Man. That's like the party card, the celebration with friends, really like feel good energy. Beautiful card. I love this deck. It's a dope card. Gosh. You need to find the right people to connect with. And the people that give you the, I would say, the emotional satisfaction and confidence it takes to know that you are on the right path and you are putting the work in for the right things. I mean, you have that North Node in your 7th house. Like, Sag, it is definitely a time right now for you to focus on the people that you're connecting with, to focus on the relationships. And I think that that's where a lot of the abundance will come from. And that's where you'll see a lot of the payout, is if you're defining your life in many ways right now by who you surround yourself with. For you, that's extremely important right now. And I don't say that often. I'm such a self-empowering sort of I'm always saying that kind of stuff. But for Sag, it's a little different right now. And, you know, I would say that's like Sag can be blocking themselves from really, really good, abundant connections in life by maybe focusing on themselves too much with that South Node in their first house. And don't block yourself from the good things that other people can bring to you. They might show you, you know, what routines can change. That reflection of self could show you maybe how you can manifest and get into your abundant state that will expand and open up your whole world right now. Karma, Saturn, strength reversed. Yeah, you know, there's blocks up around your courage and your strength. You kind of got to dig for it. But, you know, sometimes the strength card reverse can be like putting in too much strength. Be over compensation of strength, which is kind of South Node in the first house too. Like, don't overcompensate for your strength in your heart right now. Like, it's always there. Just, you know, don't push people away by being maybe too lying about it. Like, Sag just need to be focusing on where the strong connections are right now. And like getting down to business with that and maybe not making it all about just themselves. I think that's where the expansion ends up being. And, you know, that's kind of where this win is like other people are the great reflection right now for you. And that's where you want to focus, because that's going to bring you sort of emotional understanding of mental understanding of this physical world that you can analytically get to the bottom of, as well as like, you know, finding a sense of balance. The Six of Swords just screams balance and sort of like coming into like one spot. And that one spot is that people are the best reflection of you ever right now. So don't scare them away with your loud roar. Oh, look at that, 12th house. Well, it's so funny. These cards have been so synchronistic with like the full moon transit. So you just had that full moon here, and you got the moon now in your first house. Full moon was just happened in your 12th house. So, you know, don't escape from the beautiful reflections that other people can bring that are going to show you how you can step into your power to manifest, and it will help you channel. It will help you connect with your guides. Other people are the truth for you right now, Sagittarius. And that's what this really came down to, and that's where the message seems to be. So, you know, trust in that. Trust in the connections, and don't escape them. That wouldn't be ideal for you right now. Really appreciate you guys for sticking it out with me. How many have we done? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're halfway done. Halfway done. What's up with the chat? Kept him tired. The Aries rising. Yeah. Oh, thanks for the love on the decks. I do, you know, I gave a couple decks away, but I love my decks. I'm probably gonna buy another one soon. I'm kind of a card whore. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry. I'm hot. This is like maybe the lights or camera action. I don't know, but getting kind of sweaty. I'm going to wipe my face. I'm not used to doing these kind of shows, I'll be honest. It's fun though. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Pisces. What's up, fishies? All right, Pisces. All right, Pisces. I do love Pisces. I have a water sign obsession. It's my toxic trait. I'll be honest. Well, Pisces got that 11th house. Well, Pisces, full moon in that 9th house. You got Uranus in the sun in your 3rd. Square Saturn in your 12th. That is there's some sort of unseen, stuff going on. Maybe I would say there's definitely some karma there. Pisces need this pretty Botticelli deck. Because it is the Birth of Venus deck. It's by Botticelli, of course. So, it's only right that the Pisces get that. Pisces need to figure out how to express what they want right now, and how to make changes and get down to business when it comes to what they know subconsciously is going to give them a better environment. And they can't just keep everything all bottled up. You gotta come out and let the world sort of know, and take in the information and share the information to get what you need. All right, 11th house. To start things off, it's all about the connections, some groups, some people, also the innovation and how you're breaking through. Knave of Swords upright, so Page of Swords. Well, it's very fitting with the 3rd house transit. I think that, the mind is all over, and you might be looking for a lot of sort of intellectual truths, or trying to analytically make sense of a lot of things, and that's good. Like, keep looking for more information. That's going to help you connect to whatever you're trying to connect to right now. And, if you need to have some conversations with friends, have some conversations with friends. I think that, they should know your truth, just like you should know theirs. So if you're, feeling like the connection with people in your life needs to be expressed, I would say don't hold back. That's going to help you sort of connect the dots and figure out where things are going. What's that? The 9 of Pentacles reversed. So I would say that you want the best and the feel good energy of everything in life right now, and all the physical manifestations that'll bring you the comfort. But emotionally, it's almost like you're not connecting to those things with that card reversed. Like, you're just choosing maybe to hold back, or to hold back your truth, or not communicate with people. And just think that, like, you're gonna feel good about the connections in life, or where you're at with other people, where you're at with groups, society, when maybe you got to really break out and sort of rebel and tell people how you're feeling. Maybe those people in your groups, maybe they don't know how you're feeling, and maybe you're not feeling good with the 9 of Pentacles reversed. People can't always just tap into the energy. Like, sometimes you gotta really let people know what's up. So if you're not feeling the best within the connections in your life, like, express yourself, illuminate these things that aren't letting you feel the best. Where are you at mentally? 10 of Pentacles. Well, okay, so mentally you're ready for the best, It's like you got Mercury in your 3rd house here. Like, I would say you're sharp right now. But it's also getting ready to sextile Neptune in your home sign here, in your 1st house. Like, you have to express what you are truly feeling about yourself, and not just compassionately let other people have their way. Like, let people know what the ultimate is for you. What is going to bring you the good feelings. What is going to bring you the world you want. Connect to that energy. Connect to those people that are trying to go on that with you. Have the talks. I feel like that's really important right now. Talk to people, Pisces. Don't stop and just expect maybe people to come to you or talk to you or make you feel better. Like, if you want to feel better, you have to express yourself 100%. What else is helping you feel better with this Venus? 10 of Cups reversed. Oh, man. Okay, it's the Venus card, so that's helping this reverse. But, I mean, this is the ultimate, the family, the feel-good energy, the goodness. And it's like, that's what you want, but if you don't express it, you're not going to get that. Like, you like, these are the ultimates. These 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, like, literally you just have to communicate and connect to the people that are you can get that energy reciprocated from, and not like stop yourself. Don't hold back. Like you gotta talk. If you're not getting the ultimate right now, it's because you're not willing to express your wants and your needs. And that's actually what's going to bring you the most goodness within you, the most really just self-love too, and the best connection emotionally. What do you need to act on? Okay, yeah, it's time to travel. It's time to not necessarily travel, but it's time to go check out what's on the other side. Maybe that's where you need to connect. If you're not getting what you want, also, when it comes to groups or people, or how you're tapping into your own frequency and innovating in life, go and see what's on the other side. Maybe you just are stuck on one side that's not bringing you the ultimate. Like, you got to kind of, rebel and break out and be like, no, I'm going to go check out and see what's on the other side, because if I don't do that experiment for myself, I'm never going to know. And that's where it's at, Pisces. You want to connect, go connect. If you're not connecting in life right now, you have to put the energy in. You have to go do it. Very important. Where's the abundance at? The strength, the abundance is in your heart. The abundance is in your courage to fully express yourself, fully express your truth. If you're not getting the ultimate, why? Tell them. Tell yourself. And have the courage to go in that direction or go see what's out there. Don't hold yourself back from the good stuff any longer. Your strength and courage to move in a direction right now is everything. And the karma that you want to watch out for. The Queen of Swords reversed. Again, like, you don't have to have it all figured out. The karma here is like, oh, I have to have it all figured out. No, you don't, Pisces. Especially you, Pisces. You literally just have to trust in God and surrender to something bigger than this physical world, and you're just going to get all the answers that you need in this physical world. Like, you don't have to beat yourself up mentally. Like, just have the courage to go where you're guided and to be truthful with the people in your life so that you can level up and the connections in your life can level up as well. Oh, sixth house came out. That sounded like Mike Tyson for a second. Sixth house came out again. Well, yeah, to make changes in your reality, Pisces. If you want a better reality, if you want a better world, go make the changes for it. Switch things up. Switch up the routine. If you're not getting the ultimate right now, make a change. And I love the flower lives in this too, because the divine definitely has your back, always. Just stop holding yourself back from all the good things that you want. Like, that's what you're like illuminating all this positive sort of youthful energy of where you can go and connect and take in sort of the innovations and upgrade in life. And at the same time, there's a bunch of energy that's like, if you're not getting that, why are you stopping yourself? Because you don't want to take action for it or express your truth or be honest with the people in your life. So Pisces, go break through and channel that courage big time. Wonder if we had any Pisces in the stream. Cheers to you guys drinking beers and chilling out with me. Love it. Pisces, sometimes all it takes is being honest, maybe stepping back a minute, and answers will come to you. Amen to that. That is such a truth for Pisces. Like, Pisces just like, that's why Mercury is fall in Pisces. Like, Pisces are just not meant to just analytically figure out this world. Like, it's stressful. It's too much. Like, they're too tapped into universal energy and this like bigger picture that if they don't connect to it, they feel super, super lost. And it's just like surrender, dissolve away a little bit, and all of a sudden everything just starts to really channel through you and make a lot of sense. Who's up next? I don't know why I rolled that. Getting delirious, maybe. Who is it gonna be? Aqua. Aquarius. Love my Aquarius fam out there. I just had 2 Aquarius friends have birthday, and my I guess step brother-in-law, whatever you want, my stepdad's daughter's husband just had his birthday, so happy birthday to him. In Aquarius season, of course, but I know a lot of Aquariuses. There's a few of them. Sean, Leslie, shout out. They'll never watch this, but shout out to them. They're having a baby next month. Little Taurus. Ooh, isn't that funny? The 2 Aquariuses are going to have a Taurus baby. Love that. All right. What are we talking about? 4th house. Ooh, Aquarius. How funny. How funny. You're having a huge 4th house transit right now. Use the golden tarot for you. Yeah, you got Sun Uranus in your 4th house. I mean, Aquarius, literally, like, you guys are going through, like, a major vibe check on your own emotions and how you're feeling. And, like, if you're willing to express how you're feeling, if you're willing to find comfort in how you're feeling, squaring Saturn in your 1st house, there's major liberation if Aquariuses can just literally, like, figure out what's going on inside. And stop piecing out in the fucking spaceship and going out into the universe and saying, fuck these emotions, bro. I'm out of here. Like, you gotta deal with the inner stuff too. And this is a big time where that's liberating energy that's gonna help give you a lot of strength and a lot of power to push forward, but you could block yourself from your emotions big time and block yourself from that liberation. I would hate to see any Aquariuses go through that. All right, Ace of Cups. Wow, talk about emotions. Here we are. Well, you know, look, Aquarius, you need to do the things that are filling up your cup emotionally. Like, get your world right within yourself. Do the things that bring you a sense of fulfillment. And that's going to help so much too, because at the same time when you're dealing with emotions, they're all over the place, and you can get lost in good ones, bad ones, and everything in between. Try to fill up your cup with the better ones that make you feel more at home, that make you feel like things are good. And you know, the 4th house deals with the family too. Like, you know, if there's family stuff going on, you know, you got to get right too with that stuff, and you know, either forgive or forget. You know, you can't always just hold on to a grudge. And I would say that there's new emotional beginnings taking place too with this. And, you know, don't fill your cup up with garbage emotions right now. Fill your cup up with the good stuff that can bring you a sense of, you know, emotional sovereignty and inner power and strength. And that's really going to, you know, have you feel grounded and taken care of. 10 of Coins reversed is how you're feeling. So, you know, I think that you want to start over a little bit and like have good feelings, but at the same time, you're like feeling like you're so far away from maybe the goals, or so far away from the goodness or what you might be trying to manifest, and that might be putting you in a strange place. What's the mind thinking? Okay, well, it looks like the mind, you know, it definitely wants to charge forward with some courage, with something real, like maybe putting in some work in some areas in the home life or the family life. Even just your own sort of sovereignty, your own sort of groundedness. So, you know, maybe just having that sort of, you know, it's kind of coming in to save the day for yourself with the 4th house too. Like, this is really like intimate to you. Like, I think that if you want your emotions to be over overflowing and things to be good and to have the good stuff that you feel like maybe you're not connecting to, it's because you don't have the courage to step into the emotions that are going to make you feel better, and you're maybe looking for someone outside of yourself to do it, when it's like you need to go into that space yourself. Like, no, it's not other people's job to make you feel good emotionally. It's literally your job to do that for yourself. And you got to step into that and have that mental conversation with yourself. And I think that brings you a lot of comfort, a lot of self-worth, and it helps you connect to what you do value and what's going to make you feel better. Feel good energy is justice. Well, yeah, you got to have some justice for yourself with this 4th house transit, Find the beauty, the balance, and I would say, like, if you're not feeling like things are fair right now, like, ask yourself why. Are you giving too much? Are the scales tipping for something else in your life? Like, make sure that they're leveled out. Make sure that there's some balance in your life. Like, I think that I would say that you definitely need to justify your own inner world. Tip the scales in your favor within yourself. That'll help you manifest. That'll help you switch things up, and it'll help you feel better and have your cup overflowing with some goodness in life, really. How do you act? 4 of Wands. All right, so act for the good times. Act for the good home life. It's like this is like the celebration, the homecoming card. And in the 4th house, like, it's going to feel so good if you start filling your own cup up with the goodness. You're going to start, if you just take action to do what will bring you a sense of emotional happiness instead of maybe waiting for someone else to come do it. I think, again, you have to save the day for yourself here and justify that, and you act, you're going to have it. Like, there's good stuff here. You're like right on the brink of like new emotional power and sovereignty. And literally like liberation from things that have been, keeping you maybe feeling like you're held back, or from a lot of things you want to manifest and the great things in life. I think Aquarius is going to make a big breakthrough. That's great. Where's the abundance? The Queen of Swords reverse. Man, that card keeps coming up reverse over and over again. Well, look. The Queen of Swords knows exactly what she wants, and this card's reversed again, so it's like, you might not have it all figured out, but maybe there's not all that much to figure out either. Maybe literally the abundance is just not figuring everything out for once, unless you're figuring yourself out. Stop getting into everything else or worrying about what other people are doing. It's also very Aquarian energy, Queen of Swords. Like, stop worrying about what the collective's doing. Work on your own inner world and how you're going to get there and how you're going to find that sort of homecoming into your own body and your own sovereignty. It's almost like you're coming back from the spaceship, Aquarius. Land back on Earth, get rooted, figure out what's going to make you feel good, and start filling your cup up and justifying the life that's going to make you feel the best. What's the karma? Oh, look, the World card reversed. Look. I feel like you are right on the brink of something huge changing in your life, like a huge cycle. These are big transits, having Jupiter and Saturn in your 1st house. I just went through these with Capricorn. It's a lot. It's a whole sort of rewriting of energy. It's our 2 biggest planets, and it's in your identifying sign. Like, you're about to shift into a whole new world, a whole new you. You may have already done it, and now I think that it's really time to root into that energy. Don't try and fucking figure it all out yet. like when Saturn comes into your sign, it's 28 and a half years. Like, this is a whole new world, a whole new you. Maybe part of the karma is letting go of the old one so that you can step into the new emotions that you're feeling, fill those cups up, and really find yourself right now, Aquarius. This is all. Aquarius is literally finding yourself and rooting in, coming back from the universal trip in the spaceship that we go on all the time. I have an Aquarius moon, so I do this trip often. Like, we got to come back in and ground. All right. And what is... Wow, I just pulled that randomly out of the middle of the deck. So 12th house again. Yeah, look, you can escape from all the shit you want inside your own emotional body, but you can't escape your feelings. You can't escape your truth. You can't escape what's going on. So you have to get to the bottom of what's going to make you feel the best and stop just pushing it under the rug. Stop ignoring it. Overflow your cup with the goodness that you want to feel. It's a new chapter, Aquarius. It's a new you. It's a new foundation. Make sure that it's balanced out the way you want it to. And you know, don't worry about it if you don't have it all figured out yet. Just surrender in a lot of ways with that 12th house coming up too. Surrender to the best that you can have for yourself. Wonder if we had any Aquariuses in the house. Ba, 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 ba. Y band, I am I'm just pulling sun signs out of a cup. It's actually a candle here. So yeah, like Raven said. So once this is done, I'll timestamp everything so that people can go back and look at the reading for their sun sign. Gemini, I believe, was like second. It was like Aries, Gemini. So it'll be very early. Once this recording's done, you can go back and watch your Gemini reading. I appreciate you for being here. All right, who's next? There's we got four more. Ooh. We're in the 10th house. Bum, bum, bum. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, full moon in your sign. That was a heavy full moon. It was a good one. I did think it was a good one. I hope it was a good one for you. Definitely, with all the Taurus energy, like dealing with a lot of other people and reflections. But where's your inner truth? And are you acting on that? Or are you just letting other people define for you? At the same time, Saturn, Uranus in your 7th house, square Saturn in your 4th. Well, you have to make sure that people in your life do emotionally fit your needs and that you're still able to define with these people and connect and find this balance between other people and relationships in your life. All right, let's change this bad boy. Did you guys see that bug? All right, what are we talking about, Scorpio? Wow, the 11th house again. I think people just need to, like, the 11th house to me is just break out. Like, I know some people just look at it as like friends, group, community. The 11th house to me is Uranus. And the 10th house would be Saturn and society and how we reach the top of it. And that 11th house is really like a full-on breakthrough into another level of consciousness where you're really not just playing by society's games anymore. Like, you are innovating, you are doing something new, and you're connecting with other people on that frequency that are in the collective consciousness, because that's one thing that's beautiful about the 11th house is when we start to innovate and change and grow, we're always going to find other people on that frequency. We're never alone. And that's one of the beautiful parts about the 11th house. That's one of the beautiful parts about our reality is that no matter where you're at in consciousness or wherever you go, there's always going to be that frequency brought back to you in one form or another. And that, to me, is the 11th house. All right, Scorpio. Oh, this is cool. You get the zombie deck, Scorpio. Zombie terror. We could be living through a zombie apocalypse soon. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I feel like I would do pretty good in a zombie apocalypse. Like, I wouldn't be Negan. I'm too nice. maybe Rick, but I think I would survive. I'll be honest. 10th house sun, Aries rising. Like, I do have my Mars, depending on the house system, I have Mars in the 8th house. So that's good, but it is also, my Mars is conjunct Antares, exact. Like, yeah, I would do just fine in a zombie apocalypse. So who's coming to my compound with me? We're gonna survive. I got a machete in one of my drawers over there for when I go camping, of course. That would come. I don't have any guns. I gave my guns away a few years ago, but I have some knives for camping and stuff. Those would come for sure. Gotta have knives. All right. Enough jibber jabber. Magician reverse, Scorpio. Well, that's what's being illuminated, is maybe you're feeling like you're not able to alchemize the connections in life, or where you are trying to innovate and move forward. Yeah, kind of interesting because you have so much in the 7th house right now that you're really paying attention to a lot of other people, and maybe that's taking you out of your own magic that the moon was even trying to bring up. And then looking at Saturn, Jupiter in your 4th house here, like, well, you got to find the magic deep within yourself. You can't look outside yourself. You got to go into your own inner eccentric, even rebellious, innovative place to find out how you can alchemize your world right now and find that strength. And you want to illuminate that. So maybe there's some experiments that you have to do too. These cards are so dope. So funny. Anyways. Yeah. So what's the emotions looking like around your values? Knight of Cups. Look, I think if you can emotionally connect to other energy that wants to go into the future with you and wants to go into the magic with you, you're going to be surfs up, big kahuna type of feelings in your life right now, Scorpio. But it's like if other people are taking you back from maybe a level up, from something better, connecting more dots in your life, maybe that's part of the reason that, maybe you're feeling like you're not on the big wave right now. So you want to connect to that big wave energy, and it's how you're feeling. And it's also, making sure that if you inwardly feel like you can be the magician of your reality, you will be. And you will innovate and go in completely different directions than maybe you even thought were possible. You got the Tower card reversed going on with your mind. So that's good. I think that you're kind of coming out of like a everything was kind of falling apart, and I think maybe now, you're kind of like, well, you know what? Maybe if I just do connect over here, maybe I don't have to just wipe the whole slate clean. And the Tower card reversed can also be like not accepting change. So maybe you need to accept some sort of disconnection so that you can really understand where the alchemy lies within, how you can start to really turn your reality into gold. And maybe it is just sort of feeling like, maybe it's a little boring. And Scorpios don't want the boring, so don't fight change. I think that you want to create amazing, innovative change right now that makes it feel like you're surfing the biggest wave possible, eating a brain. Like, if we're in a zombie apocalypse and you were a zombie, like this would be top notch right here. That's like as good as it gets. So, all right, what's Venus saying? What's the feel good energy? Judgment reversed. Well, I guess again, like Scorpio, you got to listen to the call. If the call is to make a radical change in life, maybe you have to just do it and not, think about reasons why you don't want to make the change, when emotionally that, you're ready to have the courage emotionally to just go out on the biggest wave possible. I think Spirit's trying to guide you to that. Spirit's trying to take you to the big wave, to the goodness, give you that shaka bra big kahuna wave. Like, you have to alchemize it. You have to connect to that. If you're just going to keep doing things by the books or playing by the rules, even when you know that something needs to change, you're not giving yourself the goodness that you can't have. Action card. 3 of Cups reversed. Whew. God, this deck is so good. Yeah, the connections are very important. You don't want to be connecting to dead energy when it comes to people in your life. Connect to the lively energy. Connect to the... I mean, she does look happy. I'll give her that. Like, that's a very happy zombie wife. And you know what? In a lot of ways, true connection, true love, it doesn't matter zombie, human. It doesn't matter what's on the outside. It's about what's on the inside. So make sure you're connecting to the energy that is pure on the inside, that is good on the inside, that you want to go into maybe a zombie apocalypse with, Scorpio. Like, that's maybe where the true connection is with people. It's like making sure that it's deeper than whatever skin level is, that there's something deeper within the soul to really connect to, so that you're with the right people. With such a 7th house transit, talking about the 11th house here, like, you got to make sure that you're with the ride or die people in your life, so that you can have the courage to be true to your emotions and really make your world innovate and be great. Jupiter, Queen of Swords reversed. God, the Queen of Swords reversed again. I can't even believe it. Look at this. Granny's got a machine gun and a foot in a trap. Zombie trap. Yeah, Granny's not messing around. This Queen of Swords, she's gonna survive. She has it all figured out. She knows exactly what she's doing. Pretty cool. Look, again, I don't think you have to have it all figured out. You just have to know that the change that you're going to make within yourself and connecting to the right people is the right thing to do. And, I think you'll figure out sort of the protocol for how to get there in the moment. Just kind of trust that you're in the flow. Trust that you're connecting to the energy that's going to get you there. It's going to get you there. I would say just don't set yourself up like you have it all figured out. When, in the end, you kind of got to pay attention to what other people are doing too, and making sure that you're innovating. So, and a lot of times with innovation, you don't have it all figured out until you get there, and in the moment, insight, and that's Uranus too, a flash of insight, and that could be coming in too. And the 7 of Wands is the Saturn, so... I mean... This card is so funny. I feel like, you could feel a little backed up against a wall, but that's only if you're connecting with people that aren't, helping you push in the direction that is where you're going to alchemize. That is where you're going to be in a place of comfort. And I feel like if you're just focusing on not changing or not evolving or growing right now, Scorpio, like then you're going to feel like the zombie's really about to get you. And maybe like you're a little backed up against the wall within groups of people. And maybe that's the karma too, is like focusing on these people around in your life and the relationships you're in, and making sure that, they are the real deal. I think that's important, Scorpio. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with real deal energy and not just anybody. Got Saturn, the truth card. Yeah, connect to what's the truth. Connect to what's going to be stable. Like, I think that, you want something that's going to last when it comes to the groups, when it comes to the people in your life. Don't mess around with the ones that they don't feel, like the deep connection. That's not the truth. That ain't the truth, Scorpio. What's up? What's up? What's up? You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, truly. It'd be more Daryl. Ooh, I forgot about Daryl. I could be some Daryl. Mars in Sag is pretty Daryl with a crossbow, because that brings the bow into it. Daryl's a badass. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Who next? Virgo. The Virgos. The pure ones. Oh, I happen to know the most Virgo-iest Virgo ever is in this room with us, so awesome. I've never seen so much Virgo in a chart before. It's pretty amazing. Like 2 tight stelliums. Like 6 planets. I might be a little off. Maybe 5 or 6. It's been a while since I've looked. But there was 2 stelliums within like 3 degrees. Just tight stelliums at the later degrees and at the early. It's amazing. Lucky to have the pleasure of reading your chart. All right. Oh, Virgo. Talking about that 12th house. All right, Virgo. We're about to see where you need to spiritually purify. How are we going to do this? What deck do I want to use? We'll use this one. It's got some nice cards. It's got some pretty ones, some nice art. Haven't used it yet. So I'll purify and switch up and use a deck that I haven't used yet tonight. All right. See what we're illuminating for you, Virgo. King of Pentacles, upright. So this is great. I think with this 12th house, this can be a few different things. I mean, this can be very spiritually connected. This could be where you're channeling a lot and you're surrendering. This can also be, hidden things in life not going your way, subconscious fears coming up. So we're going to have to see where it goes, because this is going to be more just channeled. King of Pentacles coming through as the sun. I mean, this to me is like a Capricorn 12th house. So I think that there can be great, amazing things that you can manifest and get to the bottom of, and how you're going to get to the top of them. But you got to check in with source. And you don't want to institutionalize or push yourself away from being at the top. So you have to figure out how you're going to get to the top spiritually in this physical world. Maybe that's kind of what came up there. What's the emotions looking like? The Emperor reversed. So that's very 12th house energy. It's almost like the ego is dissolving in a lot of ways. And it's don't think for a second that if your ego is dissolving away and there is this purification, Virgo, that it's taking you out of your throne of what you can create and manifest. Maybe it's through sort of this ego purification that's going on right now that ultimately you're stepping into a more pure manifestation ability. So with the Emperor reverse coming out, don't feel like you have to, just maybe do it all yourself. You have to either just take charge and force things in life right now. very Aries energy with the Emperor. So, kind of be open to receiving, I would say right now, emotionally, and see what comes in, because that's where the manifestation energy, I believe, is going to come for you through spirit. The mind is the Two of Pentacles reversed. I think you're done juggling what you want. So I think that's very good. I think that, if you were weighing things out, you've kind of come to a conclusion, and I would say that you trust that conclusion because it already got channeled about what you can do in the physical world to kind of like tap in more spiritually, or to, move out of some subconscious blocks and regain your throne. And it's just by, being in sort of a state of receiving and trusting your channel right now, trusting it fully. You don't have to, don't weigh it out anymore. Don't decipher what it is. I think that it's more clear with the Two of Coins being reversed. Like, it's usually juggling, weighing things out. I think the choice is more clear than maybe you may have thought it was. And I think it pertains to like really what you can create. And it's the channel. It came through synchronicity, signs. Pay attention to those and be open to them if they keep coming in over the next couple weeks. Well, Venus here got the Seven of Coins upright. That's like Venus in Virgo to me, which is a falled out Venus, which is like the goddess, like looking at this field of like work and being like, wow, that's a lot. It's a lot of work that I have to do. I should be, sitting on a couch getting fed grapes. So maybe you need to make sure that what you are putting your physical effort in right now is going to give you the ultimate return on your investment. And if it's not, is that field really worth plowing? Is that harvest really worth harvesting? Maybe you've already got the decision that's telling you if it is or not. Trust that decision. It'll actually make you feel good, or you'll at least know if that energy is of the ultimate or if it's of the nothing. What are you driving towards right now? The Ace of Swords reversed. I would say that's hard to get this action, this Mars card with the Ace of Swords reversed when we're talking about the 12th house here, because it's interesting with the Mars being in the 12th house. Just in general, it can be such a spread out kind of Mars that it really wants to focus on one thing. This is saying that energetically, or what you're trying to do right now or put your energy into, needs to be focused in one direction. And right now it's probably a little bit too scattered out, when really I think that there was something clear that came in for you, Virgo, to have the best, to do the ultimate. You have to just listen to that. You have to go in the direction that Source is guiding you. Don't just put your energy into stuff that isn't going to give you the best. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to give you what you're looking for. And so I feel like that would be like wasting your energy. And a lot of it comes down to your mental understanding of where you put your energy, or maybe switching that up. Where's the abundance at? The Lover's reversed. Don't block yourself from amazing love situations in life right now. Naked humans. It's all right. On my YouTube channel, I marked not for kids. The Lovers, with Jupiter. I think that this could be about not blocking yourself from love. It could be love of self. It could be love in general. It could be love from other people. But, there's aspects too that could be trying to dissolve away, with the 12th house being the story of this. Is there old things in life? Is there old relationships that aren't giving you the return on investment, the ultimate payout? And are you still putting energy into those things when you know that there needs to be a switch up? So Virgo right now with this Taurus energy, you have a lot going on in the 9th house. Like, you really are looking at exploring, and there's a lot of liberation in that exploration. But you got to make sure that you're exploring the right connections of love within self, within others, and that you're open to the intuition. I just didn't do the astrology for you like I have been for the other ones. And of course, you had the full moon in your 3rd house. So there's something about looking for the information too, and being able to express what is going to give you the best. And then with Saturn here in your 6th house and squaring this Uranus Sun coming up in the next few days, there's definitely boundaries in your physical world that need to be pushed so that you can switch up routines, switch things up so that you can expand and can grow. And I think it has to do with the heart. What does your heart want? Where's the love at? That's what Spirit's trying to channel to you right now, and you know it. Don't waste your energy going in directions that aren't going to make you feel good or bring that happiness or bring you some sort of expansion. The karma is the 3 of Pentacles reversed. I don't think you need to rely on other people so much. I think it's more about you and how you put the work in to feel the love yourself, how you connect with Source right now. Because if you do that, you connect with Source, you feel that love within you, you're going to expand and grow and really step into your throne. And I think that the more you channel your energy into the direction of self, into the direction of how you can give yourself the payout without weighing out what maybe other people want or weighing out the situations where the heart's not in it, that's going to help. This is telling me that the blocks are actually in thinking that other people are gonna be the ticket right now. It's not. It's you and it's Source, and it's how you connect to that energy. Fourth house, roots. Yeah, that's so funny. It's you. It's your connection to yourself right now, which is the Spirit, which is the Source inside of you. You need to connect and get down to business with what you want. Don't look for help outside. Don't look for people to come in and just save the day or be part of sort of your creation of the structure that you need. Like, you have to root in and find it for yourself. Bring that love into yourself. There's so much abundance there, and be open to receiving whatever the channel is, whatever it's trying to take you, because that's where the exploration is, and that's where the major manifestation ability is, and all the good things. It's just in so much of your intuitive energy right now, Virgo. So I know that you want to analytically pick things apart. This is not the sort of lunar, finishing out this lunar cycle time. You need to analytically, kind of forget that and really tap into your intuition and go where you're being guided, if you will. Go. I love you, Virgos. Virgos are Capricorn's 9th house. One of my greatest teachers spiritually was a Virgo, is a Virgo. She's still around. My bruja. She's amazing. I need to call her, actually. Okay. What's going on? What's going on in the chat? I know, Nuri, you were telling me about, I'm not going to say it on here, but the stuff you were talking to me about, you can talk about it if you feel like it, but wow, like, tapped in. So happy for you. Nudity. Your alarm goes off in 4. Oh, JP, I think there's only like Leo and Libra left. I can't just cheat now. Oh, it is Libra. All right, JP. Libra. Also Raven in the house is a Libra. So let's get down to the Libras, and then Leo. We'll finish off with the Leos. '11th house again. Man, this dice is just 11th house happy. All right, Libras. What are we gonna do here? Let's do some of this. All right, Libra, what do we got here for you? We just had a full moon in your 2nd house. You got the Sun Uranus in your 8th house. Sun Uranus in the other Venus ruled sign. You know, it's kind of interesting that your transformation, Libra, is actually within the relationship to self. Taurus 8th house. You finding the stability and the love of self is one of the greatest transformations a Libra can go through. Instead of always worrying about other people, weighing things out, being the mediator. So there's a liberation in you stepping into soul desires, your true soul capital right now. Squaring Saturn in your 5th. Like, it is about you getting down to your truth within your own heart, making sure that your heart and your passion is your ultimate investment in self. All right. What do we got here first? Knight of Pentacles. Illuminating that. Not yet. You want the good connections in life. You want to be innovative. You got to, kind of be fearless for the reality you want to. So go in to connection fearlessly and strong and steady, and know that, whatever this world brings at you, if you're connecting to your truth and you're connecting to your sovereignty and your power of your soul right now, that courage will connect you to all the energy that you'll possibly need in the moment. How's the emotions feeling? King of Cups reversed. Okay, so I guess emotionally, okay, so, you might be feeling good, Libra. You might be feeling strong, but then on the inside, you're like, whoa, I am going through kind of a big moment in my life right now. I don't think it's necessarily a bad one, but gosh, where do I want to... Well, we're going to come back to that because there's something coming and I'm just not getting it clearly yet. The mind with the Knight of Cups. Wow, look at all these court cards. Knight of Cups reversed for the mind. So, that kind of comes back to the King of Cups. The mind, too, is trying to figure out the emotions right now, Libra. And there's too much of a transformation going on. You just need to keep being fearless and keep charging forward. And you're going to have it figured out inwardly. You might not have it all figured out. That's okay. Don't let it twist you and turn you upside down. You're in a transformative time right now, but you're also in a rising up with inner strength and inner power time. And it's also that energy that's upping the frequency, and it's going to connect you to so much more. If things aren't connecting the way you want right now, don't let them tear you apart inside, and don't let them beat you up mentally, because you're in a frequency upgrade, Libra. And especially with Saturn, Jupiter in your 5th house, there's a lot of energy in your heart right now. And, maybe the emotions or the mind can be in a weird place, but your heart is what can take you and help you push the limits and expand and grow right now into whatever sort of transformation or whatever sort of investment of life you're trying to get. The Venus, wow, the Knight, another Knight. That's crazy. Knight of Rods, Knight of Wands. I'm reversed. It kind of comes back to that 5th house I was just talking about. You have to know what your heart wants to feel good. And that's kind of where you're at right now, is knowing what your heart wants and making the transformations in your life to make sure that you're doing what your heart values and connecting to that and innovating from that space so that you can have a really amazing physical world. But you have to have the courage and the passion to get there, and also the courage and the heart is what is going to, again, bring more feel-good energy into your life. So if the emotions are feeling a little wishy-washy, a little all over the place right now, you got to connect to the heart fully. That's going to feel better. What's the action? Oh my gosh, the Sun card, Libra. The Sun card reversed. Libra, we need to have a talk about your soul capital right now and your self-worth, because this reading is not looking good for you connecting to what you really want to do. It looks like you're putting on a front, like you're illuminating this front that everything is good. But at the same time, I'm looking at some heavy energy here of like, you're not ready for something new and amazing to come. Maybe you're holding on to something when really you need to disconnect from that shit so that you can illuminate, find your inner strength in your heart and stop blocking yourself. Saturn in the 5th is kind of a hard transit. It kind of blocks you from the inner child, from the fun. You got to act for what the heart wants right now. Plain and simple. If you're going to keep holding yourself back, you're not going to connect to what you want to connect to. You're not going to connect to the goodness. So it's okay to front. It's okay to put on a show when you have to, but at the same time, like, get down to business for what your heart wants right now and stop blocking that transformation into the greatest joy of the greatest passion that you can have for yourself. Jupiter. Look at that, the devil. You might have to be the devil. You might have to be the devil to some people in your life. You might have to literally, break some sort of oath to somebody so that you can be in your heart. I don't know. It's interesting getting that card in this spot. It's a weird place for it. But in the end, you need to find some serious sort of structure and commitment to what's going to bring you the most benefit. And I think that that's within your courage, your passion, your love, what's going to open things up and connect to that fully and stop connecting to the shit that's draining you or keeping you chained down. No more. You got to look at yourself as number one and make that transformation right now with Sun Uranus in your 8th house. Saturn, temperance reversed. Well, I think that, that's actually kind of good news, because I would say that maybe you don't have to be as patient as you thought. Maybe you just need to push the limits to your self-love and value right now. So just push the limits and go look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that I love you. Make sure that person knows. Super important. So that you can have this endless stream of feel-good energy. And, I think all good things do take time, but it doesn't have to take time to love yourself. That can just happen when you decide, when you choose to. And I think that Libra right now, you got to step into your heart, choose yourself, stop letting other people in any way, shape, or form keep you, because the 8th house too, that deals with other people and a deep merger of energy. Don't let other people manipulate or power trip you out of your heart, out of your innovation, out of where you're trying to go. Okay. What do we got here, Libra? This one feels good. Part of fortune. Love that. Things are about to get so good. You're about to rise up with so much power, so much strength, so much good things. There's so much goodness and fortune coming from you, and that's the earth sign in the part of fortune, and it's physical and it's real. But I think it starts with your connection to yourself, you innovating the love in your heart and illuminating that. That's the greatest transformation. Even if you already make it, there's always another level to self-love, to self-value. And I think that if you keep increasing that, no matter what is going on in life, you're going to find all the emotional sovereignty and comfort that you're looking for. And you don't always have to put on a front that everything's okay. Sometimes things aren't just okay, but they're always going to get better if you can love and support and uplift yourself and just know that some things are just part of the journey. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. It's not always just beauty and balance and harmony, Libra. It's Unfiltered Tarot. I love you guys. I love you, Libra. We're on to the final ones. It's Leo's. It's been a show. Glad you guys are here with me. I love seeing that. All right. Leo. That's all 12. That's all she wrote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Leo. Rawr. I don't even know if there's any Leos in the house, but maybe we got some Leo moons. Maybe. Maybe not. Man. Not gonna lie, I kind of have to pee, but we're on the last sign, so I'm gonna finish this out. I wonder how long we've been streaming for. I'm so not new to this. I don't even know like where to look for like how long it's been streaming. Anyways, 9:30, yeah, like over 2 hours. It's pretty solid. All right. Leo, Leo, Leo. Gosh. Libra needs to channel some Leo. Which, ironically, Leo is Libra's 11th house. Which was what we pulled for the 11th house. So, it's a bug. Alright, Leo. Leo got the 5th house. That's the 6th. And that way, 5th. Look at that. Leos need to step into some big time love. All right, well, Jupiter, Saturn, of course, in the 7th house. Had a full moon in the 4th house. No. yeah, full moon in the 4th. Sun, Uranus in the 10th house. So, and then, the square to Saturn in the 7th house. So, there's definitely a liberation of like taking the next step to like the greatness and all the things you can accomplish. And yeah, Leos are in a big time right now of like finding out what connections and what people in life are set for the long term or going on the ride to greatness. And that full moon brought out sort of if those emotional connections were there. And are you sovereign enough within yourself to reach for these high goals and liberate yourself in your true legacy? What do we got here? Knight of Cups reversed. Oh, show it first. Knight of Cups reversed. I think I'm getting tired, guys. All right, so the illumination on the Knight of Cups reverse, like there is some emotional things that need to be worked out here within, finding your courage, finding where you're trying to push and get towards. You have to be strong and have that sort of strength in how you're feeling, or else it's really hard to have that courage to just truly express and shine in your joy and happiness. So, we gotta figure out why the emotions are, illuminating in a sense of not feeling strong right now, because I think that you're really defining where the future is going. The Sun card reversed. Oh man, your ruling planet reversed. It's like a sun in retrograde. Thank God we don't have that. Sun and moon in retrograde, that'd be the worst. I think gosh, Leo, do we need to have a talk on why you're not stepping into your full Leo, your full lion, your heart, your passion, your truth? Like, you got to take center stage right now for what you want, how you're going to get there, how you're going to, make the big things happen. It starts with your courage. It starts with your love, your heart. Don't for a second think because Jupiter and Saturn are in your opposite sign, like these two big energies, that you can't be in your heart still. Like, this is helping you connect to other people and illuminate your heart and your truth and who you really are. And like, don't let the collective define you right now. Like, I think that this is, starting out with this energy of like, you might feel like the collective is bringing down or dimming your shine with the way the world's going right now. Like, Leos want to go out and fucking party and go to the club or go, connect. And we live in this world right now where that's really hard to do. So don't feel like you can't still have a life of happiness because this something on the TV or something, some bullshit's telling you what the collective has to do right now, Leo. Like, you need to fucking own exactly what makes your heart happy and stop messing around with energy that's taking you out of your shine. Like, straight up. What's the mind thinking? 8 of Swords. The mind is like, okay, okay, literally holding yourself back mentally from your greatness and your shine and your true Leo heart and expression of that. Don't hold yourself back, Leo. You gotta, like, I always like this card because usually the ropes are they're not very tight. Like, this one's a little tighter than most of the other cards, but usually she can get out of that card she can get out of those ropes pretty easily. Like, she probably could get out of those too with a little wiggle. You got to wiggle free mentally of whatever's holding you back from the greatness and the courage and the passion in life, and whatever's holding you back from your fun and enjoyment. Like, stop telling yourself a bunch of weird stories that you can't have the best or do what you want to do right now. You got the 6 of Wands reversed. Like, it would feel good if you stepped into the courage of taking victory for what feels good in life, what brings you happiness. Like, it's not going to feel good if you just keep not taking the W because you're mentally, like, in some weird block. Leo, this week, it's time to escape that. You need to be feeling victorious. If you take the victory and break out of this weird mental place you're in, you're going to find a bunch of emotional comfort, and you're going to feel like you've taken your center stage back, and it's going to feel so good. Like, that's the victory, is you coming back into your heart and being a true Leo. Two of Wands. Yeah, you have the whole world in your hands, but it's up to you to make a choice here on, like, do you want to keep blocking yourself from the greatness and the fun in life, or do you want to make a choice and go towards the victory and go towards the heart and illuminate that fully and step into your heart 100 and connect to other energies that are in the heart? Stop letting the collective fear trap out there in this world, keep you from literally has the whole world. You have the whole world in your hands, Leo. You have a 10th house sun, Uranus right now. You can make this world exactly what you want it to be. You can reach the top at whatever it is, but you got to put your energy in there and make a choice. And it's love or it's whatever the fuck else is going on in this world. I doubt many Leos out there are not going to choose love. So this is another just push in that direction. 8 of Wands reversed. Or is it 3 of Wands? 3 of Wands reversed. So, gosh, again, looking out for the collective to give you the okay to be in your heart is not where the gift's at. Like, the gift is just within yourself right now to find that courage, find that passion. Gosh, Leo. I hope some Leos watch this that really needed to hear this, that they need to stop fucking playing the games that the collective are trying to force on them. Like, they need to take control of their shit. And really find that abundance and that adventure that's within their heart and how they can create and manifest from taking their wind back, taking that regal Leo energy and shining 100% and not dimming their light. That's not where the abundance is at, Leo. Don't dim your light. Saturn, 5 of Wands. Gosh, I feel like the collective is fighting you. That's the karma right now, is Leos are dealing with the collective just bashing on them, trying to dim their light, all this Aquarius energy with Jupiter and Saturn. I mean, good news is Jupiter's about to come into Pisces in a couple weeks. So that's nice. But don't let other people in this world dim your shine, Leo. This is not the time. You have so much right now that you can just reach high and accomplish in your life. It is just not the time to let other people dictate your greatness. Truth. Oh my gosh. North Node, life's purpose. Literally, Leo, you're missing out on your life's purpose if you're not illuminating life from your heart and expressing it fully. If you're expressing some other truth from some other person's heart in the collective or some other story, you're missing out on your life purpose and how you can truly express and go there. And that North Node is in Gemini, which is your 11th house, which is about you connecting to the collective, but also by you innovating and connecting fully to the people that want to see you shine, that want to see you grow and innovate. All of that. Like, it's not just everybody. You don't have to let just random people in the collective let you like take your shine. This is where you need to fully step back into your heart and only, you know, connect to groups and other people that are in that space with you, so that you're in your life's purpose and you're not letting some other weird thing dictate your life's purpose. Don't do that, Leo. Please don't do that. Boom. Hey, that's all 12 signs. We did it. We did it. What's up with the chat? People still in here? I got 11 in here. Good night, JP. A lot of 5th and 11th house tonight. I know there is a lot of heart stuff and a lot of like connection. And it's so funny because we have 5th house and 11th house and we have the Sun Uranus this week. There was a lot of synchronicities that came down tonight. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did this with you guys. And you know, I think that a lot of us really do have to get to the bottom of like the love, the heart, and where are we connecting and growing right now? And like, we got to stop connecting to energy that's taking away the light and the love and the goodness. You're so welcome. I'm so grateful that you guys joined me for this. This was you know, the first go around with this live stream. I don't stream much. I've done a couple little streams, literally 2 of them in the past, but I didn't have any. I just hopped on to stream. So this is the show that I want to do. I'm sure it'll get more fluent, a little more better. If not, you know, you get to see me in just my authenticity, and you know, there's something cool about that too. So. And if you get something out of this tarot reading, then that's amazing. You know, I would hope for that too. It's definitely, you know, I'm an astrologer. I put way more weight on the astrology than on tarot cards, but there's something special about tarot cards, and I love them for that. But you know, not my it's not my thing, like, you know. So if you like the reading, I'm super happy that it resonates. Frederico, love you, brother. I really appreciate you guys being here, like Frederico, Raven, Nari, JP, Purple Fairy. I have seen you in some of the weeklies comment. It was awesome. I love being able to connect. Hopefully more people join. Maybe I gain some subscribers when this goes posted. Like, I don't know. You know, who knows? Maybe this show will grow the channel and it'll be more poppin' up in here. Whatever. If it does grow, it grows. If it doesn't, I have you guys, and I hope you guys show up. YouTube has been very weird with my channel. Like, I did cut back because I don't put the dailies on here anymore. I put them on my website, but even before I switched fully to my website, you know, I must have said a few things. Like, YouTube doesn't like my message fully. Like, I'll be honest. They're not like a super big fan of what I have to say, and not even that I'm like super controversial and I don't say too much here, but I think they throttle me back pretty good. Like, they don't love my message getting out. Maybe people just don't like my message. That's a possibility, but I was getting like a lot of subscribers coming in for my dailies. And then even before I went to my website, they like really started throttling back. And I think it was probably because I said something, but so it goes. All right, where are we at here in the chat? It was great. I'm so glad you liked it. Yeah, we are on a similar struggle bus right now. It's an interesting place in time to be right now, you know. But I think we're all here for a reason, and there's a reason that a lot of us are connecting on this sort of a level of spiritual truth, and there's beautiful things coming for the collective, and we're just in this weird little time and space right now where a lot of the transformations are taking place. And just even looking at like myself, I'm a Pluto Scorpio generation, the millennials, and maybe some of you guys are too. Like, that is a very transformative generation that came to make big transformations, and Libra was trying to get the right people together and see the beauty, and I would say find the right justice, and that's in this new system too. Pluto Scorpio is kind of wiping it clean, and then the Pluto Sag, I mean, they're gonna like rewrite the laws, and like it's gonna be more, I would say, much more spiritual, different sort of. It's not gonna be religion like we've seen before as we keep going. Pluto Sag generation is gonna change and rewrite those sort of universal laws, and then the Pluto Capricorn generation, like my 3.5-year-old, I mean, they're literally gonna build the new system. So we're just in this weird time right now where there's a system that's falling apart, and let's all do our best to make it great from our hearts and put the intent out there and try and bring a good message. And I think that that's the best thing we could do as individuals, is just try and uplift each other and have a good time while we do it, and not get stuck in a lot of the bullshit that's going on out there, because that's what a lot of it comes down to. Is there's just a lot of false projections and bullshit trying to keep people in a really weird. We're already in a weird place in space and time, and there's energy out there that wants to put people in an even weirder place in that space and time. And can we donate to you some way? I will put my PayPal link in the description below. It's not there right now, but I'll add that, and maybe my Venmo, PayPal. But yeah, you can absolutely donate. I would absolutely appreciate that. If you're using Cash App or Venmo, it's a Cash App $ fixedairmoon, and Venmo, it's I think hashtag fixedairmoon. I haven't used Venmo in a while, but it's there. If you feel called to tip or donate, I would truly appreciate that so much, and I beyond grateful for any of that. So thank you for even asking. Odyssey? I've never heard of Odyssey. I know you're really like solid on all those, Raven. So I should. BitChute's weird. I feel like BitChute's just like slow, but maybe it's not too bad. Rico, thanks, brother. Looking forward to connecting with you tomorrow. Your setup is great. I know. I love the setup I got going. I'm blessed to have such cool equipment in this. I started out last year with just like my iPhone 7 and a MacBook Pro webcam, and through readings and just putting in the work nonstop, like I've manifested all of this. So gosh, I'm just so grateful that I have people like you and other people that have helped me get to this place. It's a blessing that I can have a set and switch cameras, and I'm just so grateful for all of it. It's amazing. The Tarot Wendy Williams. Well, maybe. I'll take that. All right, fam. This lag is a lot, and I gotta use the restroom. If you want, you know what? I'll come back and hang out. I gotta take a little break. I'll still come back and hang out if you guys want to hang out, and then maybe we'll cut this off. But I'll be right back. All right, all right. God, crazy how far back the lag is. All right. Well, I'm so not used to live streams. It's so funny. Um, Gosh. Anyways, I love you all so much. I feel like I'm so far ahead of where people are actually talking and chatting that I'm just going to call it a night. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week coming into the weekend. Friday, Sun Uranus. Be true to yourself. Be true to your heart. Be true to your values. And let the greatness come in and innovate and show you what can happen. And don't let the collective with Saturn in Aquarius block you. You know, you might have to put the work in, but putting the work in will get you what you're looking for in life. It'll take you to the next level. And we're in this time right now where we can take such an accelerated leap into the greatness, and it starts with our value of self, relationship to self, and seeing the beauty in this physical world, because there's so much of it. I love you all so much. I will catch you next time. Peace.